Good afternoon, good evening, everybody, for whatever time zone you are in. Today, it is our pleasure that we announce for the special webinar. This webinar will be on the REDCap, how to use it. Because all of us know there is a lot of things that you can make sheets for the research, but now you can simplify things in the digital era. So how to use the REDCap in the multi-center studies will be the topic provided today by Professor Sameh Shehata. Professor Sameh Shehata is a known figure of pediatric surgery. Currently, he is the World Federation of Pediatric Surgical Association WFAP's president. He is a former president of the Middle East IPEC chapter and the Egyptian Pediatric Surgical Association. He is a professor of pediatric surgery in Alexandria University, Egypt. And please, we have the chance and the honor to be listening to him today for his educational research material that we hope all of us could benefit from it. It could be free for anyone who can participate in a single or multi-centric studies. Please, Professor Sameh, go on.
Thank you so much, Professor Sharif, for the kind introduction. And I would like to welcome you all. We have a nice crowd here from different countries. I would like to, if you mention your country of origin so that we can welcome you. Today, my talk is about one of the treasures actually of research I wanted to share with you. That is the tool, the electronic tool of research that will make research and multi-center studies much easier than we used before. This is REDCap, and REDCap does not stand for the red color cap, but it is an abbreviation for the Research Electronic Data Capture. I hope all of you have downloaded the application on your mobile and you have succeeded to create username and password, because along the course of the talk, we'll ask you to participate and do some practical training. So what is REDCap? REDCap is Research Electronic Data Capture. It is a web-based application for researchers and clinicians around the world, where you can create and manage databases, surveys, and multi-center studies in different formats. This was created originally by Vanderbilt University for its own campus staff. It was designed as a software for research and database capture, but because it was so successful and it was so beneficial, the Vanderbilt University decided to make it available for free for any institution or university around the world. Here is Vanderbilt University in the United States. And this is the logo, the icon for the REDCap. And look here, how many institutes around the world are using the REDCap at the moment. Right now, these are the centers around the world using and getting benefit every day from the REDCap. This enormous amount of research using the REDCap every day. So about 3,000 active institutional partners are using it in around 400 countries around the world, used by maybe 700,000 projects going on at the same time. And the user number are above 1 million users. So why not? You should become one of these. So one of the licenses we got as an institution is the WFAPS license. As Professor Sharif has mentioned, the WFAPS has got a license, and we aim here to give you all the benefits and help and technical advice how to get the huge benefits of REDCap. Let's look at this graph, which will show you they started at 2006 with 0 number of participants. And you look now, over 200,000 users around the world. This is a little bit 2015, but now it's much higher number of institutes and users. around the world. This again, a little bit old statistics. This is much more now. And the good news is it is free to use. Well, first thing you need to do is your data collection tool. And of course, it is definitely individual. Everyone has got his data collection tool. And the nice thing is that you can tailor exactly that data collection tool you like as you wish. It is handmade. It is custom made. This is the one I did by myself for neonatal intestinal obstruction sheet. I can put the different types. I put the type of duodenal obstruction, the investigation. I can take a photo of the patient or x-ray before and after surgery. You can do everything by yourself, and it's fun to do it. If you learn how to make your own sheet, that's very nice. Another beautiful feature of the REDCap is that it is called the branching logic. In order not to make the sheet extremely long, you have to choose. Here, if you look, I'm mentioning diagnosis, duodenal or small intestinal or colorectal. If I click on duodenal, only things that are related to duodenal pathology will appear, and saving the others from view. So this is the designer. It's called Web Designer. You go and you tailor a sheet, you test it. If it is not working nicely, you can modify it. So this is how you design your sheet, and this needs a little bit of training. What's nice is that the website of REDCap have got a huge number of educational tutorial videos. If you click on the YouTube and you go for the REDCap tutorials, you find hundreds explaining each and every feature of the REDCap, and they are already present on the website. So what's beautiful is that I can add a photo of the patient before and after surgery, a photo of the operation itself. If I'm doing a cleft lip or palate or hypospadias, I can take a photo before and after. This is beautiful, and you have all of this on your mobile phone. You can check it anytime. So a lot of questions come to me about the security. You have a lot of data, which is important and sensitive, patient informations and photos. How secure is the REDCap? REDCap has got the highest level of security called SAMS, Secure Access Management System. It is more secure than your email, than your Facebook account. It is highly secured and encrypted, and you don't have to worry at all about your data. I would remind you that if you have any questions, please put it on the chat area so that we'll be able, after we finish, to answer them all. Then you are giving access to your data to different people. There is a principal investigator, there is a collaborator, there is a data collector. Not all of them have got the same privileges. Some, who is a big boss, he can see everything. He can see patient information, patient data. He can see, get all the reports of a huge number of patients. While the data collector, for example, can only see the records or the data he is entering. So you have multiple level of authorization called user access, user right management, and then who can see the reports, who can view logging, see who did what. This upon you, you decide who will see what. And what's beautiful is that you can do at the same time a multi-center and multi-site study. That's to say, we have a study going on between Egypt, Mexico, Japan, and Argentina. All of us are entering data at the same time, and all the data are going to the same pool of database where you click a button and you get the final results. So beautiful and so easy. Multi-center, we recently we made research about COVID cases, which included more than 7,000 patients in different hospitals, different centers, and all of them sharing their data, and we could get the mortality, the survival, everything. This was published at the Lancet journal. So multi-center study, which is the focus of our talk today, is very easy. Click of a button, you can share. Another beautiful feature of the REDCap is the longitudinal research. If you are following your patient after surgery, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 5 year, 10 year. You can do that with a REDCap. You can do the instruments and check points at different levels of time. And this is perfectly allowed by the REDCap. And again, as a PI of any project, you can see exactly who did anything, who changed the instrument, who changed the data, who deleted the data, who downloaded the data. It's fully under control. It's like magic. You know exactly who did what at exactly which time. Then what are the uses of REDCap? Actually, anything related to research, you can use it. Survey, if I would like to make a survey about how many people are doing laparoscopic inguinal hernia compared to open inguinal hernia. I give a survey, I send you the link, and you will answer your questions, and immediately you can get all your results. Patient records, even if it is your personal data, you can collect my private clinic data. I keep it instead of paper documents. I keep it on electronic records. Whenever I meet the patient in any place, I can get his data and check his follow-up. Multicenter study is beautiful, as we mentioned. You can share as many people across the globe with the same study at the same time, and you can get results together. Research papers, of course, MD and MS thesis. That's all what is related to research. So these are the uses of REDCap. Now we come to, you have collected, say, 500 records, and you would like to get analysis. Number one, by clicking on a button, you will see immediately the results, not only in numbers, but you will see the graphs, you see a pie chart, you see a histogram showing your results, and you can choose exactly what to look for. You're looking for morbidity, mortality, success, failure, male gender distribution. You can see everything. And for more detailed data, you can export directly from the REDCap to standard statistic packages like the SPSS or Excel or SAS. Data can be granted or restricted, of course, according to your decision as the principal investigator, and can be identified. You can identify the patient names or identifying points, or de-identified data as you wish. Here is a simple display of what the REDCap query will look like. Here I made a study. I would like to see the male to female distribution. You see it as you see in a pie chart, the different types of pathology. Here I can see it. These are actual data from our studies. This is from, I have the privilege of spreading this within the University of Alexandria, different departments. And here you can see, these are the surgeons, the young surgeons who have been operating in the obstetric gynecology department. And you can exactly see here who is very active, who is a bit lazy, who is not attending. You can see a logbook of the young resident, young surgeons, how active they are. And the chairman of the department, while he's sitting at home, can see exactly what is going on in his department. Here is indications of cesarean section, for example. These are the different pathologies: fetal distress, accidental hemorrhage, antepartum, fits, whatever. You see exactly, and you can get, this is a simple display of data coming out from the REDCap before sending to specialized packages of statistics like SPSS. Again, here, this is one of the ways of the REDCap, how it displays the result nicely for you. Immediately, you can pick up the meaning of statistics, what is the most prevalent feature or incidence or pathology in this group. You can import data previously done before. You can import it into REDCap. You can export the data in the REDCap into another place. You can save your precious data as a backup someplace, safe place in your computer for fear of deletion or corruption. You save your project, the whole project, or the data. And here, as you can see, I can export it to Stata or SPSS. you can restrict the access of export to data to someone or other. And you can have this, all these different types of descriptive statistics. We have many. We have one REDCap license in Qasr Al Aini, in Cairo University. We have one in Alexandria. We have one at the WFAF. I encourage you to ask through your institute to have a license for the REDCap. Until then, you might depend on us. We can give you technical support and help and advice. We can give you access. If you are a member of the WFAP's individual members, we can help you to build your data or your project. Then how to access? We have enough background of REDCap. How to access? Actually, there are two ways of accessing the REDCap. The mobile application, which I hope all of you have downloaded, where you can use it as a data collector. You are in the ward, you are in the OR, you have a patient, you can add the data as a data collector, or you need to go to the full features of the program where you design your project, you export your data, you get analysis of everything. And this needs authorization from the admin of REDCap. This one does not need authorization. It needs only that I give you the so-called QR code. So two ways. One way is the REDCap mobile application. I hope all of you have downloaded it. You have access it. You choose your username and password and you log in it. And the laptop application, where you go directly to the server in Vanderbilt University, you see all the records, you get export and analysis of your data. Then where is my data? I enter my data. Where is my data stored? Actually stored safely in the cloud. What's nice, all of us had the bad feeling of saving our own personal data on the computer. Computer gets corrupted or have a virus, and then you lose your data. I personally had this painful experience before. So the data is safely stored in the cloud, which is, by the way, a very safe way of saving your important data. You need to back up your important files on the cloud so that if anything happens to your computer or mobile phone, your data is safe. And here you see how the integration or synchronization happens. Suppose that I am here having my REDCap application. Dr. Shehata is having another REDCap application here. And we have 10 data collectors spread in different 10 centers around the world. When the data collectors are starting to get their data, it is collected in the offline mode, which means it remains on their own mobile phones. Nobody learn or hear about it. But what happens at one step, you click on a button and say, send data to server. Then the data goes up to the sky, goes to the server. Immediately, me and Dr. Shehata will get what our data collectors are doing from different parts of the world. Suppose there are 10, each one is making one sheet. When they upload the 10 sheets, I get the 10 sheet and Dr. Sherif gets the 10 sheet, but each one of the data collector has got one sheet. But there is a trick here. If they say download data from server, they get the whole 10 sheets on their mobile phone. So beautiful, synchronized while you are at home. You can see what the whole world is doing regarding this project. So first step, I hope all of you have done it now. If not, please do it. Download the REDCap mobile application on your mobile phone, either iPhone or whatever software you can use it, iPhone or Samsung or whatever. You put it and you put your own username. Don't wait for someone to tell you. You put your username and password, but please remember it, because if you forget, you will never be able to join in. So it is highly secure. Remember your password. This is my own mobile application. This is asking me for a PIN. It's 6-digit number. I log in and I ask you all if you have your mobile application running now, to do the same. You open the application, you log in with your password, so that we'll do the next steps together. When you go in, you will see this panel. This panel will show you all what relates to the project. Here is on top is my projects. You have, I'll show you how many projects I have. And then you have the rest. Each one of these functions, we'll see together how it works. So you go for setup mobile project, because you don't have any project so far, and I would like you to share with me in one mobile project. So you click on setup mobile project. When you click on that button, you will see this screen. It will tell you either you enter a code here or scan QR code. You click on scan QR code, and then it immediately will open up for you your camera, and you put your camera towards the QR code I will be sending to you. Here is the QR code. So I'll leave it for you. I can give you some time so that you can scan it. And when you scan it, you will see the name of my project. You double click on it and you start download project and data. So nice. If I have 500 records, you'll see them. You see the number of patients, see the names. If I allow you to do, you see the results, see everything. So please go ahead and scan this. Normally, I send it to you by WhatsApp or by email. You give it to a friend, mobile phone, and you scan it from them. And once you scan, you are in. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the group. You start immediately in a second your data collection activity. So I hope you have succeeded to log in and see my project. Then the next step is that you enter data, one record, 2 record, 10 records, 100 records, and you go to my projects. Here I click on my project. You will see these are my projects. I have managed to create all data for pediatric surgery cases. Almost, I believe that is maybe it's not present anywhere. Hypospadias, anorectal malformations, hypospadias registry, urology sheet, sphincter replacement, anything you may think of, it is present with me. So I can help you and save you a lot of time creating or tailoring a new sheet. When you click on one of these projects, say, for example, intra-abdominal testis, you see here, collect data. To start collecting, you double click on collect data, and then you start to see the data collection sheet. You start to enter it. Normally, it doesn't take 2 to 3 minutes because all is click button. You don't need to write except the patient name. You don't need to write anything except for the patient name and phone number, which are very important to, of course, for identifying the patient. The REDCap mobile application is on the Google Play and on App Store. If you didn't download it, then go ahead and download it also. Then the next step, you have your data in the offline mode on your mobile phone. You say, send data to server. You need this to go to the sky. It takes less than 30 seconds. You upload all your data to the server so that we can see it. Or you download server records, which you see other people are doing. I can admit cases from my laptop, and then you can be able to see everything. If I change the data collection sheet itself, the project, then you need to click on refresh setup and data. Normally, it will delete everything on your mobile, download the new project sheet, data collection sheet, and then we'll download the data. So this was a very brief description of, there's a long way ahead, still there is a long way to go, but it deserves. It's very precious. It's a mine or treasure of information and research capabilities. I would like you all not to miss it. It has been going on since 2004. A lot of centers around the world are using it for research capabilities. I would like you to start using it right now, and I'll be very happy to answer your questions and your comments. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Professor Sameh, for your nice illustrations. Actually, we have got some of the questions, and maybe at the end we will need to reshare your screen for repeating the steps from the QR code till the end again.
Sure.
One of the questions, is it possible to upload videos?
It depends on the size on the server you are reserving for your project. But normally I have a trick for this. This is a very good question. And of course, sometimes you need to attach a video to your records. So I keep my records on one of the offline or cloud storage, like the Google Drive or the Dropbox, and I put a link to the video in my project. So you can create a field called link to video, and you put it there. Once you click on that link, then you will immediately go to the video on a third party. That's a different place.
And what is regards to patient's confidentiality?
This is again an important issue, the patient confidentiality and sensitive data. And this is totally determined by the PI of the project. He can decide, he can only see the patient name and identifying fields. This can be totally hidden from anybody else. And of course, the whole package is totally encrypted so that nobody else can see it except the principal investigator and who else he will allow to see what's going on.
Another question, is there a backup for the data if it is lost from the REDCap?
Of course, the REDCap server people, they make a possibility to auto backup of the data. Because sometimes you accidentally delete your own project or in the data. Sometimes you have been collecting data for how many years and then accidentally click, by the way, to delete, you will be asked to confirm a deletion 3 or 4 times to make sure you don't accidentally. But even if you do that, there is a possibility of the REDCap to restore your data in a limited time, say 1 month after deletion. Again, there is another way you can save your own data or your project. I have one friend in hematology department who made a data collection sheet of 1,800 fields. Imagine how much time it took to create this. He can save his own project at a safe place so that he can recreate it once more.
And the same point, but if it is lost from the REDCap database, is there in the REDCap themselves server, they have a backup for them?
Yeah.
Not myself do it in the wrong way. Okay.
They keep it, I think, for Sharif, for 1 month after deletion.
Okay. Is it needed only by an institution or can be individual?
My knowledge is that it is given to institutions because the 3 license I'm aware of is given to Alexandria University, Cairo University, and the WFAPS. But I learned just recently from you, Dr. Sharif, that it is can given to individuals under license of an institution. This one I did not try.
Many people are asking to repeat the point of the code.
Sure, I'll. If you'd like me to do it now, I can do it while we asking some questions.
We will keep it because they're asking to send the code for them.
All right.
Okay, please.
There are
from
many
the point of the code.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
steps of the file. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, first step is you download the, okay.
Yes, from here, yes.
Okay, you download the mobile application either from Android or iPhone, and you will be asked 2 times to put a password and username. You put it, nobody will tell you, you choose whatever you like. The password is 6 numbers. They can be repeated in the 2 times, but please remember, don't forget. If you forget, you will never be able to log in again. This is my own screen. I wouldn't tell you my password, but no problem. You cannot use it because it's only for mobile phone. But this is what you will see when you click on the REDCap. You'll see this. You enter your PIN number, and then you are good to go. You see this panel in front of you. It contains all these choices. Each one of them has got, but we'll speak about the most important. You will go here and click on Setup Mobile Project. You would like to start a mobile project for the first time, and you click on that. Then you will get this page where either you put a number, code, or you scan the QR code. So you click on this red button, scan QR code. And then your camera should open at that time. That's normally it happens. Sometimes Android need you allow REDCap to use the camera for security. So you need to go to settings, you go to REDCap and click allow camera. And then here is the secret magic. Here is the key to the all information. QR code for any project I create, just this one, you scan it. Once you scan it, you will see the name of my project. You double click on it and start downloading data and project. I would like anyone who could succeed to make this step, please notify us on the chat to congratulate you.
Most of them cannot succeed, and they ask for the alternative method.
Well, the problem with the code here is that it remains, again, for security, it remains for 10 minutes only, and it becomes deactivated. So we need to be together. If you'd like me to get a code for you now, I'll get a code and send it to the chat area. But I would like you to, maybe the screen is not clear enough. You are trying, so I can send you the code again on the chat area, and you send it to a friend and scan it from them, because this stay all time, you can scan it anytime. So we can do both of them. I can send you the code on the chat area now, so that you will be
or
able,
should be a QR reader program present in his phone, not just by the camera.
No, the REDCap has got a QR reader. So I'll send it to you now on the on the chat here, and I hope you can use it anytime, because you can get a clearer image of the because when you scan it from laptop or from mobile, maybe it's not clear. So I send it to you. You can try once again. Yeah. The other thing is I will take you in a test drive on the REDCap backend, my admin console, what you will see if you go to the REDCap. So I'll start sharing my screen again and show you some of the features of the REDCap. So let's go and share screen. Here, this is our website for the REDCap, and this is mainly for the OFAPs. There are hundreds of them depending on your institution. You'll see the logo of your institution at that time. But let's have a look.
There is 4 succeeded till now, okay?
How many?
4 succeeded till now.
Perfect. Perfect, very good. I log in, and you see the whole control panel here. So this is home. This is my projects, but don't envy, don't say how many projects you have, because I have been working for so many years on many of these projects. This is for the pediatric surgery in the blue color. This is for collaboration with other centers. And this is for my private cases. I wouldn't tell you how many cases I'm performing, of course. And here, let's go for collaboration. This is multi-center study about intra-abdominal tests. I'll give you, for those who couldn't join by the QR code, I'll give you the code now. So I go here. I double click on my project. Here you have anything first to design your, you go to the designer here, you double click on this, and you can see the whole project data. This is the sheet, intra-abdominal test sheet. I go on this one, and you see how it looks. I can create whatever. This is a patient study ID. This is automatically generated. This is a name. This is a date of birth. This is the age in months. This is a phone number. This is the center, because there are many centers working on it. So you can add any field, you create whatever. This is how to tailor your own sheet. Then I go to user rights to show you how the user rights will work. Here I have these two user rights. I can edit what this friend of mine, Mahmoud Al-Fiqhi, can see and can do. Then I can edit his privileges here, or I create edit user privileges. Look here, you see, this is project design and setup, user rights, data access, anything here you can allow or not allow for each user individually. Then I go to the REDCap mobile application. I would like to grant you access to that project so that we will work together in it. I go to the setup project. You see here, this is the QR code I told you about. You can see it here. Here. If you scan it again from this page, you go immediately. I copy and send it to you on WhatsApp or email, and then you are. If I cannot get you to work for any technical reason, then I will click here and you will create this one. Be sure that I'll copy and send it to you on the chat area again. Within 10 minutes, you need to put it so that you can join. So here it is. You succeeded, so very nice. So you had to enable, yes, you had to enable on your Android phone setting first. Perfect. This is from Terka. You need to enable the camera before. That's a good advice. This is a code. It works for 10 minutes only. I hope anyone who is willing to join, download the project, start testing, start adding your data. It goes immediately to my server. I see what you are doing. Immediately in 5 days, I can collect 200 cases. We can publish a report. So this is how you work in multi-center studies. Very Monzar Haddad is around here. We can work together. He can put his data seamlessly and without any effort, without no sweat. I see all the cases. I get very nice. I see a lot of people authorized, successful. I think we'll have a paper published by the end of this week. If you start adding your records, then we can publish at the end of the week. This is the beauty of this program. Truly, if you can collect multi-center people to work with you, then you can do a lot of research, very high quality research in very short time. So done, nice, I can see a lot of it. So the majority is from the code or QR code. Of course, there is a lot. I only want to stimulate your appetite for the REDCap benefits. But in order to go and learn how to use it, this might need some more work from me and you. So if you are interested, please let me know. I can create a course of 6 sessions, 8 sessions, how to create your own project, how to export data. And by the way, all the videos are in the REDCap, REDCap website. You can find it on the YouTube. Just write REDCap introduction, REDCap create your first project. Everything in very clear description is there. And I'm also willing to help in case you need me to do. So again, I would like to hear your questions. Dr. Sharif, any more questions?
I think there is no more.
I think most of the participants are able to get in now. I guess most of them.
Yeah.
But I think that the workshop idea of how to use the detailed process, how to use the REDCap, that will be great. We have Dr. Mohammed Rida Bassiouni here. He can help us with that.
Of course, he is willing. I just spoke to him today, and he is very much willing to create course, detailed course. And the beautiful about this one is that we can allow you hands-on. You will share your screen, and you start from your screen, creating your own project, and we help you through that. So that will be a great idea. But before that, to make life easier, just watch a few videos. I'll send you on the Facebook pages some videos about the basics of REDCap, how to do it. Then you ask me to give you access. If you do that, you need to be a member of the WFAPS individual membership, which is, by the way, is very cheap. It's 10 euros per year or 20 euros per year. You enjoy the privileges. I would like to hear Professor Rida Bassiouni feedback, because he's an expert in the REDCap for how many years, Professor Rida?
Do you hear me?
Yeah,
yes.
perfect.
Assalamu alaikum. Excellent presentation. I joined late, but I don't want to be absent, at least. Yes, REDCap is a very, very useful tool for people who want to have to do research in any design of a study, multi-center or single center. Also, you can have a very simple survey like do by monkey survey, which costs about $20 per month. I mean, for monkey survey only. You can, but when you get more and more experience with REDCap, actually you can do something. You can actually play with it. I mean, even what I'm doing is that the report for my patient in the clinic, I can do it through REDCap. So you can print it through your mobile, just to know what REDCap can do and modify it to it. The other thing is that you can follow, if you run a study and you are the PI of the project, you can follow step by step each individual sharing the study can do, and the time when he entered the project, the time how long he spent, and any mistake done in the data or any change done in the data. So which is very useful. And by the end of that, you can export the data to another one. The other point which you need to know is the registration of the REDCap. You acknowledge it in your paper, and actually it gives some sort of credibility of your data when you present it in a research, which is very important for the audience, especially for international publication. At the same time, when you are using REDCap, the central in Stanford University actually can know, actually you don't know your data, but actually they register your activity online. So you know, for say from Egypt, they know how many people using REDCap right now, and many center. And this actually gives the credibility of the software and the credibility of the study. Please, if you are interested, you go through it, you will build your experience, and where I worked with it for many years, all the master degree, I supervise, all the PhD I supervise, all the research I use. So enjoy your time with it.
Thank you very much, Professor Reda. Are you ready to go on for these courses on REDCap? A lot of people are asking.
Yes, we will be happy to have it, and we can go step by step, even once a week or twice a week, so you can manage your step slow, but sure.
Very nice. I can see some interesting questions and important questions in the chat area. So, Dr. Sharif, do you mind to go through them?
Yes, yes. One of how do you plug in REDCap to a real-time dashboard?
Well, if you go from your mobile phone, you are offline at the start. But when you say send data to server or download data from server, then you are communicating with it. If you go through your laptop, you are real time with the data on the REDCap server.
We have another question about institutional.
If one his institution didn't have the permission or registration to the REDCap.
Well, you need to communicate with the REDCap authority at www.redcap.com and ask for permission. You need an institutional email, all right? And they need to confirm that you are the one responsible for that, the dean or the vice dean of the university is communicating with them. And they usually grant it. We got it for Cairo, we got it for University, for Mansoura. So it's very easy. I encourage everyone to get his REDCap license.
I think this is mandate that we have to make the step-by-step workshop.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
In a time that many of the experts can participate, Dr. Bassiouni, Dr. Haddad. So I think this is, we have to look if there is any other questions until we announce the date for the workshop.
Yeah, of
Sameh,
course.
please, you have any other questions, please?
I think we've covered most of the questions, and the inquiries are repeated. How to access and the how to set up the account, or how to do the mobile account. So I think for those who are really interested in going into the process, maybe a detailed, like fewer number of participants with a detailed interactive workshop would help them go on track.
Yes, I can see some of the questions that are strategic here. I would like to answer. There is a question about the license cost. Actually, there is no cost. That's very nice from Vanderbilt. They give it free for anyone who need it. Then some friend will ask about, can I go with this code to enter other project? Of course not. It's very individual. The code is enough for one project only. And you cannot search for a project and join it. This needs permission. You cannot get into my data except if I permit you to do like I did now. And I encourage each one of you to go and try. Don't be afraid you spoil anything. Just try to add a new record and send it to server, and then download server so that you see what all of us have doing. This project is for testing. So please use it, overuse it, abuse it, so that you know all the features of this application. The code to be scanned, I send it to you. If you follow me on Facebook, you will see a lot of further videos on links on how to join the REDCap and ask for permission. This is a course. How I know if I had been a user, Dr. Rafiq Shalabi. The only way is that you try to remember your password if you are talking about mobile application. If you are talking about laptop access to the server, I can remove you or reset your password and send it to you again. how we can go through WFAP's REDCap. If you remember, just send me a request, Dr. Abbas from Iraq. You are welcome to join. Just send me. I need to go and create account for the REDCap. I'll immediately authorize you. What else? Can the poll? I think the majority could join either through the code or QR code.
Majority are covered.
Yeah. All right. So this is just the beginning, just an introduction to, as I said, to stimulate your appetite and show you the benefits. You need to read a little bit. You watch some videos on the YouTube. Communicate with me anytime. Any WFAPS member can ask for account, and I can create this account to you overnight. You'll have a new account, and you can ask me or Dr. Reda Basuni for any technical advice or help. Any challenges using REDCap? Well, the only challenge is that you take enough time. There is hundreds of IT programmers working on REDCap to make it even every couple of weeks. There is a new update to make your life easier, adding more features. So it's a wonderful beyond your maximum imagination for research. The only challenge is that you take the time necessary to learn the REDCap. It's a robust application, and you go step by step. You don't need to go all the way. Me or Professor Basuni, we don't know everything about REDCap. It's a huge functionality. I know myself maybe 15% of what it can do, but this is much. This is too big. So give yourself time, and this is the only challenge for using the REDCap.
May I add, Dr. Sameh, we will send an email to all of the participants containing the important links and the code, and also the educational material for the REDCap and how to join the WFAPS, so we can cover all the inquiries on the chat dialogue.
Perfect, Sameh. Actually, I was thinking how to communicate with this group, but you gave me the answer. You have the whole list of the emails, so we can send them tonight everything they need. The link to REDCap, the videos, how to register the WFAPS. That would be wonderful idea.
And also the email of Dr. Sameh. To be added.
Okay, no problem, Dr. Chief. I answer every electronic media within 7 minutes. No problem.
Okay.
Is there any more comments? So we thank you, Dr. Sameh, for this nice webinar, and hope to announce shortly the step-by-step workshop for the REDCap.
For sure. Thank you very much, Professor Sharif. Thank you, Professor Tamer,
for attendance, and have a good night, and start tomorrow in active manner, the new week. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.